She asked you if you would be interested in making 4 bridesmaids' dresses.
Correct.
So tell me about that conversation, because according to your complaint, you made the dresses, and then she didn't pay you for them and didn't pick them up.
That is correct.
Go ahead.
We were just talking one day, and she asked me if, since I sew, would I be interested in making the dresses, and I told her I would. And she asked me what would I charge, and I told her I had no idea because I had never sewn for other people in this manner. So I would have to check with a few people who did, so, you know, and then I'd let her know.
So did you let her know how much you were going to charge? What did you say to her?
I told her that I was told, since I was not a professional sewer, that a fair price to charge would be $10 an hour.
And what did she say?
She agreed.
Is that correct?
I did not agree to the $10 an hour.
What did you agree to?
When I approached her, I told her that I had been to a few seamstress that could do it for $120, and if she was interested to make some extra money for her sewing equipment, that if she would be willing to do it for under $120, and she agreed.
So according to you, she didn't say anything about $10 an hour?
She mentioned the $10 an hour.
What do you mean she mentioned it?
She said that that's what she was told to charge, being that she was a beginner. I asked her if that would keep me under the $120, and she said yes, as long as I did all the legwork, which I did, and she said that that would keep me under $120.
So, then what happened?
I thought we had agreed upon the $10 an hour, and that's the reason I said I would do it, you know.
So then you got started, you made these dresses. You were working by the hour. How many hours did it take?
165.
So that would be $1,600 for the 4 dresses.
Correct.
Or $400 a piece.
Correct.
4 times as much.
The week before my wedding.
So what happened?
She approached me and she says, that's way too much money.
Sounds like too much money to me, too.
Yeah, I mean, it was a lot. I didn't realize I had been working that many hours on it. I was just sewing, doing what I enjoyed doing. And when we figured out the hours and that, yes, it came to $1,650. Well, yes, even I thought that was a little much. So I agreed to cut my hours in half.
To make the dresses a little over $200 a piece.
Correct.
And she said?
Oh, that's too much money.
And you said?
Well, if you can't pay that price, then you don't get the dresses.
So I didn't take them. This was all brought up the Sunday before my wedding. We talked to her one more time the Tuesday before my wedding and asked her and tried to talk her down. We offered her $150 for each dress over what we wanted to pay, and she would not accept that. She said, sorry, no money, no dresses.
Did they offer to give you the $150 for each dress?
No, ma'am, they offered me $150 for the 4 dresses.
$150 for the 4 dresses?
No,
And I
$150 per
said,
dress, and I have
no way.
my witness right here to verify it.
Well, maybe that was a misunderstanding.
That might have been, I don't know. I can remember they offered me $150 for the 4 dresses. That's the reason I refused. I mean, I'm not crazy.
The problem is a legal one. Because I see that you did the work. I also know that she got no benefit from the work that you did. And the problem comes from the fact that there was no meeting of the minds. This was a contract. And it was an oral contract that clearly neither of you agreed to the terms of, because you were under the impression that you were going to be paid by the hour. And she was under the impression that whatever you did was going to cost her less than $120 per dress.
Correct.
If there is no meeting of the minds, there is no contract. And if there is no contract, you cannot sue on the contract, Ms. Addison. Now, I feel very badly for you because you went to all of this trouble, and you are a novice when it comes to sewing. I think that the advice that you were given to charge $10 an hour by whomever was ridiculous advice, because when somebody goes to a seamstress, they are given a price for the product. Because you, as a novice in making these kinds of dresses, in all probability took longer than a professional seamstress who could have done the work in far less time. So she would have been crazy to agree to pay you by the hour. So there is no meeting of the minds. And when there is no meeting of the minds in a contract, you cannot sue on it. So this case is dismissed.